I am going to go switch some goats. So we have this orange tomcat. He's big orange and white tomcat. He's not ours. He just lives in the woods behind the house. But he only comes around in the wintertime and in the spring when the cats are typically in heat. And I just saw him run off into the trees. So I'm hoping none of the cats are in heat because I really don't want winter kittens. But anyways, sidetracked a little bit. So the goats, I switch around from where they are at because I've got my group with my buck and my wethers, and then I have my group of my does and young kids, doelings that I don't want bred yet. So this pen is my, hi Daisy, this is my does and the doelings that I don't want bred yet, pregnant does. I do have a couple of wethers in here just because they keep sneaking out and coming in to be with their moms. Look at those messy faces eating their protein tubs. Anyways, I put them here in this pen so that they have access to the barn every day. That way, if anybody happens to go into labor or I have a goat that miscarries, like Stella did, then we've got the barn. The barn gives them better shelter. What I mean by switching them around. So right now, the girls, the does, are in the hall. It's got a gate and everything, but they have the hall stall is what I call it. And that's where they are. So I'm going to move them to the main stall, which is larger, has more space. And that's typically what I have set up as my kidding space. Come on. Shake the grain bucket and everybody comes. Alrighty. Come on. Yep. All right. Go over there, ladies. Here, I'll put a little more right here. These are the two stalls that I typically like to kid in just because they are larger. I can divide it into the two stalls and it just makes it easier. The reason that I switch, I've got two that are still outside. The reason that I switch having the girls in here, I'll put the girls in here at night and then I'll move the boys into the hall stall at night. See that direction? A gray bucket over there, down there. There we go. Pointing is hard. That gray bucket, that gray bucket right there. That is a protein tub, mineral tub. It's molasses mixed with a whole bunch of vitamins and things like that for the goats. That's why their faces, why my white goats are so messy on their faces, is because they've been eating the protein tub. So I switch off boys and girls going into the hall stall so that everybody has a chance at the protein tub. I need to go get another one, but it's just easier right now to just switch them back and forth at night. This is the other reason that I put the girls in here at night, is because I have a light right over this main stall. They've also got better access to hay, and I give my girls that better access, especially when they are pregnant. But these two stalls will be my kidding stalls. Oh, I'm sorry, kitten. These two stalls are my kidding stalls. And I'll have another video on getting them set up and prepped for kidding. At the earliest, I will not have kids hitting the ground until January 5th. He is just sitting here purring away, saying, please hold me, pick me up. Huh. So at the earliest I have kids hitting the ground, January 5th. After that, it's about January 20th. Now, if Lily is my one that's due January 5th, if she does not kid January 5th, then that means that she did not get bred when I expected or when I wrote down, and she probably got bred, or she probably cycled back, and so then she wouldn't be due until the end of January. But we'll have everything prepped and ready just in case we have January 5th kids. All right, let's go get the boys. Usually they follow me with the grain bucket. But isn't that a beautiful sky? It actually is a really pretty sunset. Anyways. All right, for the boys. Got 3 wethers and 1 stinky buck. Okay, I don't think I can do this one-handed. We'll try. Tago. Okay. I know, Tinsel. Come on. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Oh, thanks for rubbing your stink all over me. Ugh. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. Tago. Tago. Come on. Come on. You guys know the drill. We do this every night. Well, everybody needs grain now again, huh? Oh, my Daisy, you are messy. It doesn't really show up on the darker goats, but my light goats, my goats with white on their faces, they look like they've been digging in the mud. Now the boys are in the hall, and they have their scoop of grain, their treat for the night, and then they also have access to the molasses protein tub. That just gives them that extra protein that they don't get during the winter. That's the only time I give them the protein tub, is during the winter, because its base is molasses. And if you've never handled molasses is really, really runny and sticky when it is warm or room temperature. But when it is cold, like winter, it stays in a really good solid form that is really good for the goats. So they each get a turn at the molasses tub, the protein tub, every single day, which gives them the protein that they need, that they typically get from the fresh green grass. Once upon a time, that was one great big huge round of brome. It is almost gone. We'll have to get another. I'm hoping to get 2 more put in here over there on that side. And then move the rest back behind the shop. They're just tucked over there. That little one is a little round of alfalfa. But if they're tucked back behind the shop, in the lean-to back behind the shop, then they'll be easier to get to during the winter. And I won't have to try and open them up in the wide open space and have them get blown all over the place. So plan is to get those moved before the next big storm, hopefully before the next big storm rolls around. We'll see. It's dependent on a good friend and neighbor, because our tractor just does not have the oomph to handle those big huge rounds. Here's a little sneak peek at a coming project I'm really excited for. My husband finally was able to get, we were finally able to get the wood ordered and got brought here for building our buck shelter. So the hope is that this spring or on mild days during the winter, we can get the buck shelter built and get the bucks moved into their little place permanently, or at least semi-permanently. They will be in the lagoon pen on nice days and be locked up there when it's nice. And then anytime we have temperatures that fall far below freezing, they will be moved into the barn, into the hull stall, just for added extra warmth. We're gonna go back this way because I could see the sun kind of peeking through. It's so pretty. I think this has to be one of many things I love about living in Kansas. The sunsets are just beautiful.